Got my eyes straight ahead, got my head in the game. With the red light on, I'm just waiting for the change. Keep my head down low.
So reading this article, I'm not sure how I feel about all this. I want police, and I firmly believe that police need to be held accountable when they do the wrong thing. I firmly believe that in Australia we have an issue with the hierarchy, with the leadership teams in just about every state in Australia, state and territory, have a lot to answer for how they behaved, especially here in Queensland. And so I read this story. It's about a Western Australian police officer, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. It does come across a little harsh. So we've had a West Australian police officer. He's been given a 2-year jail term for assault, which occurred during an arrest that he was making. I'll bring this article up. We can go through it together. It seems like the courts have decided to make an example of him. And wow, it's pretty extreme. But anyway, let's go through this. Here you go. Manifestly excessive. This is what the union says. They slammed WA cops 2-year jail term for assault during the arrest of a Perth woman. So Perth police officer's 2-year jail sentence for the assault of a woman he was arresting has been described as manifestly excessive by the WA Police Union. Alistair Swift, 33, was sentenced on Thursday. Jury found him guilty of assault for AOBH, assault occasioning bodily harm, and deprivation of liberty relating to an incident 3 years ago when he placed a woman under arrest in Cloverdale. Swift denied he used excessive force to detain the woman, who was being verbally abusive and difficult. Now, if you spent any time on a job at all, coming across a person who's verbally abusive and difficult is just another day on the job, to be honest. So anyway, after he was called to the home, with his police partner to intervene in a domestic dispute. The court heard Swift swore at the woman, handcuffed her, dropped her to the ground with his body weight, kicked her and dragged her out of the house, causing minor injuries to her wrists. During sentencing on Thursday, District Court Judge Mara Barone said while she conceded the woman was challenging to deal with, Swift's role as a police officer was to rise above such difficulties and that his conduct was a major breach of public trust. Barone sentenced Swift to 2 years in prison with the possibility of parole after 12 months. In response, the police union, which Swift is a member, said the outcome raised troubling implications for the policing community and other officers. Definitely, there's a lot of implications in this. You're going to have to wonder how police are going to feel about going to domestic violence disputes, how they're going to tackle it. Are they really going to be... Look, if that was me, I would be extremely wary of how I was going to handle domestic violence disputes. In my experience, it does not take much to go to a domestic violence situation in particular. You'll get called there. Let's just say the lady is being assaulted by a male partner. You'll go there. You'll have to want to put hands on the male, arrest him because she has obviously been assaulted. There's been a complaint made, and then as soon as you start the arrest, I've had it. The female will then turn and start attacking the officers because she sees them as attacking the partner who she now loves, even though she's just been punched in the face 10 minutes earlier from him. So it does raise questions. You start second guessing everything. Anyway, this sentence sets a precedent that could cause officers to second guess their actions. That's what they're saying. I'll just go to the other article where they actually talk about what he's done. So police officer guilty of assault. So WA police officer Alistair Swift found guilty of assault. So what's actually said, so he's strongly denied any wrongdoing throughout his 2-week trial, which saw his police partner, Constable Cassandra Chapman, give evidence against him. Yeah, that's always going to be good. State prosecutor Peter Phillips said when the officer attended the woman's home at the request of paramedics 24 hours after she had attempted self-harm. So he was there because paramedics have called him in. I would say, so she was agitated, distressed, yelling, and swearing. So they've called in the police because she's obviously being belligerent. They can't contain her. They can't control her. We need to call the police. If she's behaving like that, I would expect that some amount of force is going to have to be used. It's going to have to be used. If paramedics call you because they cannot control someone, they're being aggressive, belligerent, they're agitated and swearing and yelling, you're going to have to use a certain amount of force. Anyway, Swift arrested the woman, allegedly handcuffing her hands behind her back. Phillips told the court the woman protested and asked to be released, saying her wrists were still sore from being apprehended the day before when she was taken by police to hospital for an assessment. Chapman, this is the female police partner, took the woman into a bathroom to wash her face before Swift started asking the complainant for her details. It's an unusual way to do things, taking her into the bathroom to wash her face with her, I suppose. But yeah. Anyway, you'd want to make sure you got her under control before you take her into a bathroom. Yeah, seems a little weird to me. But anyway, she started getting agitated again, Phillips said in the court. So the accused, this is the officer Swift, told the complainant she was under arrest and performed a maneuver to take her to the ground with his body weight. Okay. Swift allegedly yelled to his partner to assist him, but she refused. So this Chapman has refused. Phillips said Swift yelled at the complainant to stand up, but didn't give her an opportunity to before he dragged her down the hallway by the handcuffs. The complainant yelled at the accused and called him a bully and other names. Chapman tried to separate the complainant and the accused by stepping in between them. So she's interfering. So first, Swift tells her she's under arrest, takes her to the ground, asks his partner, Chapman, to assist him, but she is refusing to assist her partner. And then she's stepping in between him. Phillips told the court Swift started kicking the woman's feet to get her into the back of the police car, but Chapman intervened. He's kicking her feet to get her in. Yeah, well, to be honest, I can see that. Someone's just sitting there refusing to get in. You kick their feet trying to get them up. You don't want to bend down and put yourself in the line of fire. You're going to get a kick to the face or anywhere. I remember my old OIC got he got several very swift kicks to the groin from a young lass who was just sitting there turning facing him. He put himself on the line of fire and copped I think about half a dozen straight to the groin. Yeah, didn't work out too well for him. Anyway, so a jury took 6 hours to reach a majority verdict, finding Swift guilty of both assault occasioning bodily harm and deprivation of liberty. So he's got this two years. So the problem here, like I said, I believe police officers need to be held accountable for their actions. But if you're going to hold people accountable, surely the other officer needs to be held accountable. She needs to take some responsibility. You're supposed to be working with a partner, and then you've got a partner refusing to help you. So the minute your partner refuses to help you in an arrest, things will instantly start to escalate. And then your partner stepping in between makes for a very bad workplace environment, really. I don't know how I feel about this. Police need to be held accountable. This is obviously someone who's very well known by police. She's been arrested she's been taken in, arrested, been held by police, taken in for an assessment just the day before. Paramedics need help. She's being belligerent. He arrests her. He probably, in all honesty, he just should not have arrested her. He should have left, should have allowed the lesser experienced female police officer to take charge with the female offender, or now victim, complainant. But 2 years. I mean, he could get out in 12 months with on parole in 12 months, but 2 years seems a little excessive. Are you now going to have police second guessing how they behave when you get to domestic violence issues? What is going to happen with this Chapman? I've got to be honest. If that was me coming along now after seeing what had happened, I would not trust her. You need to have an officer. You need to have a partner that's going to have your back. If you've got someone in the car with you and you think, okay, I need to jump in and arrest someone, and she's just flat out refusing, that's a dangerous situation to put yourself in. I wouldn't even want to be in a car with her. However, Swift could have, and obviously should have, handled it a lot differently. Just because someone's yelling and being belligerent doesn't give you the right. Doesn't mean you have to. And this is what a lot of police I found they seem to forget. They'll jump straight into an arrest. And you're sitting there going, well, what are you actually arresting them for? People are allowed to be belligerent. People are allowed to carry on like nufties. They can swear. They can swear at you. They can call you names. Who cares? You got to have a bit of a thicker skin. So yeah, well, maybe he should have been disciplined. 2 years. Wow. And this is going to have broader ramifications across the board, especially in WA police. Let me know what you think. I think this sentence might be a bit harsh. I also think, just going off the details in this article, I think maybe Chapman needs to maybe answer for her own behavior. It's one thing to go in and complain about your partner and say, hey, you've caused some of these problems and you shouldn't have arrested her. But has she maybe caused some of the issues herself? Because he has to really ramp up how much energy he is using, because she is not helping him with the arrest. She is not helping him at all. You can help. You can calm things down. Don't agitate the outcome further by jumping in the middle of one officer with the person that's getting arrested. Help them calm the situation down, help everyone move past the situation, and then talk to your partner later. And if you have to, then make the complaint. But I've got to be honest, just at face value, it seems like she was part of the problem. That's my opinion. Let me know what you think. Thanks for listening to The Slippery Slope.
You've been on my mind. Still see the way you move. Your body shimmers in that little black dress as you walk across the room. Now I've got nothing left to say. I've got one thing on my mind. You still take my breath away. Your body moves me through space and time.